About to go live here.
Live on Facebook as well.
All right. One more thing. Hold on for me, guys.
That's cool. They still got to get in there anyway.
All right. What's up, guys? Welcome. Titan Talk Tuesday featuring me, John, CEO of Titan Medical Center. Welcome to everybody out there. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I appreciate all you guys. And all my guys on Instagram, Lucy18, Dosabel Med Spa, Ghost You For Real, Francis, Tilly Tan, Andre DC, King Nothing, Raisin, what's going on? Muhafa, Nixir, Scotton, Joe Messer, what's going on? Array, Jarasta, 67, Sam, what's going on? Son of Stewart, and everybody else I didn't get to mention on here. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Got a great show for you guys. And as always, I'm going to cover any topic you guys want to talk about. Anything that's going to make you guys feel good, look good, and perform better. Anything we offer here at Titan Medical Center, from all our therapies, from hormone replacement therapy for males and females, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers for males and females, peptide therapies from healing peptides, weight loss peptides, and sexual peptides, blood work of all kind, full in-depth panels for you guys, food sensitivity allergy testing for you guys, sexually transmitted disease testing through blood work now especially, and all the other stuff we can possibly do. So I appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions about anything we do, we service nationwide. So I'd be happy to go over some of these things, or maybe what might work best for you, right? You might have some questions about, whether it's, weight loss or hormones or whatever it is. Jay Ross has said, first class service, thanks. I appreciate you, and thank you for the positive feedback. Aquaholic, what's going on? Dolce Bella Med Spa, hi. I appreciate the support. Glorious Gabby in the house. Gabby, I hope all is well with your daughter and everything. Jay Ross said, I just signed up. Awesome, man. So I cannot wait for you to go through the Titan experience. Obviously, you've got to talk to Michelle or some of the other staff members here, and hopefully they've taken care of you in good form, and I think they have by the way that you responded on here, and we just want to go above and beyond for you. We want all of our patients to feel their best, look their best, and perform their best with health as their number one priority. Some people like that, some people don't, right? And everybody should want their health to be number one priority. So at that point, you guys are in for it. Lucy, how you doing? I hope all is well with you. If you have any questions, please shout them out to me. Stanimals in the house, what's going on? All right, so hey, John, I just joined Titan yesterday. I ordered AOD and Hercules Potion. Question, I can inject the Hercules in the muscles I'm working directly? Absolutely. And today we're going to cover the Titan Trifecta. That's the therapy of the week, or the therapies of the week, and that involves Hercules Potion, Titan Complete, and ECA Stack Plus. But you're asking about Hercules Potion. So Hercules Potion, you can inject directly in the muscles you're working out that day. Any muscle you pretty much want, right? From your deltoids to your biceps, triceps, your quads, your glutes, your calves, your traps, whatever you want, you could possibly do. Now, some of these areas I don't really like to do myself. I'm just being honest with you, right? You'll find some areas, some people aren't like this. Some people are like, I don't care, I want to inject in my traps. They do it, and man, their traps pump up real good. Girls, they want to focus on their glutes, they inject in their glutes. I just don't like injecting legs. Now, there's some guys out there like Drew and others who they love injecting their legs, especially when they're working them out, because they love to feel that pump. They want to get their legs as vascular and as big as possible. So that's good too, and especially some girls out there. I have some girls who inject in their calves. I wouldn't really recommend it. It's a really small muscle, and it could get pumped, and it could get really, really intense as far as the blood in there. It's not going to hurt you or anything, but it will feel intense. And at that point, it's just different for everybody out there, right? And, I do encourage working or injecting the muscles you're working out that day. Now, if you say, John, I don't really want to inject in the muscles I'm working out that day. I'm like kind of freaked out about injecting my bicep or my chest or anything else. What's the most common place? The most common place you're going to inject is in your deltoid. It's going to be in your deltoid, and wherever you inject, remember this, it's going to work throughout the body. It's going to work all the way throughout the body. So it's not just going to work in the sited area where you inject. It's going to work systemically throughout the body, right? But if you do inject in those muscles, right, and you're site injecting per se, it's going to be more of an instant gratification, right away. And it's going to stay. So, if you're working out, let's say chest, you pump your chest up and you inject it to your chest, it's going to stay pumped for about 4 to 6 hours. And if you have body parts that are lagging, right? Now, we all have body parts that they work better than others. And what do I mean by that? I mean, they grow faster, they develop faster than other body parts do. Everybody's got them. And you might have your favorites. And some people it's their arms, some people it's their chest, some people it's their shoulders, their glutes, whatever it is. But everybody has a lagging body part. Even if you have a very symmetrical body, you've got great muscle definition, density, and all this, you yourself look at your body more than anybody else out there and can really spot your flaws more than anybody else out there because you're looking at yourself every single day. It's your body. So at that point, when you're looking at yourself and you find one of these lagging body parts, you can work on that body part even more with this, which is really, really cool, right? I've used this for chest, arms. I mean, today I did biceps and chest, right? So I injected in those muscles today, which is awesome. I feel pumped still. And I did it probably about an hour and a half ago, which is awesome. Now, even if you have accidents, injuries, surgeries, anything where your muscle has went through some sort of downtime, right? And maybe went through some atrophy, because when you break your arm or your leg, let's say it's your arm, right? You break your arm, you put in a cast. Now you're really not able to do anything with that arm. You're not doing any bicep curls and that tricep, pull downs. And depending on how long it's in that cast or how long it's up and you haven't used it, your arm is going to go down, right? Because it's not being used. But when you get out of the cast, that's when you can really, really rehabilitate it and really bring it back up. Now, the best thing I could say about that too as well is that mind to muscle connection, right? That's one thing some people, they really know about and some people really don't know about. Whether you're just first getting in the gym or start to exercise, or you've had one of these bad injuries or accidents and it's just hard to reconnect. This will help for mind to muscle connection, which will then help with contractions. And that's what you really want. You want to pump that blood in the muscle. I always tell my son, whoever I'm working out with at that point, to really think about, what they're doing. You're focusing in. Don't think about everything else that's bothering you or your girlfriend or anything. You are in there to do something, and that's to work yourself out to get better, right? And you want to. You're not spending this time in there for nothing, right? You're going in there because you have a goal or a plan in mind and you want to hit that goal or plan. So you really have to focus in on what you're doing. And if you do this, you really find the muscle to mind contraction or connection to be there. And this will, like I said, will definitely help out with that. So if you don't know what mind to muscle connection is with the contraction, you'll soon find out. And if you do, this will even help you even more connect with that muscle group and really focus in on what you're doing to define that muscle, to build that muscle, and to make it better all the way around. So, Hercules Potion is a game changer all the way around, and all it is amino acids. So, I was talking with my buddies this last weekend, and he's went through the blood test and everything like that. He's like 26 years old. Testosterone came back at like 800. His free testosterone looked good. Everything else was good across the board. He just wants to be healthy. He wants to be his best. Right? That's what he told me. So I'm like, listen, you don't need hormones. That's just one angle, right? If you need that, then that's cool. But not everybody does. But if you don't need that, what else can help you get an edge? Getting to where you want to be or surpassing that level to where you're at. And there's just some of these different things like Hercules Potion or Titan Complete or some of these other things like AOD or some of the other peptides that you guys can utilize to break the barrier, right? Break the plateau and get to a higher level or, a more progressive area where you've never thought you've been or want to be. So at that point, that's what you really want to look at. AOD, game changer too as well. I'm just started AOD right now. And I'm on IGF-1LR3 as we speak too. I'm getting ready for Olympia. So I wanted to gain weight back up because I was about 205 to 210 fluctuating in there. But, I'd be about 208 on an average day. So I wanted to gain weight. I wanted to make sure, listen, I'm going to go up to about 215. I've hit that goal of 215, right? Now I'm going to maintain that and I'm going to start cutting up. So you guys are going to see it. cut all carbs today. And people are like, oh, I don't have to cut carbs. No. But I'm going to start carb cycling on and off. At that point, I know how my body works. I took my body from down and up again. So at that point, I know how my body works. I know what I need to do. I know what therapies work for me. So I'm going to dial it in. And I'm going to start documenting this process for you guys because we're going to have another contest here for free therapies for like 3 months or whatever it is, whoever the winner is for the transformation. And I want like fit bodies over 40, fit bodies over 50. And I'm going to bring you some good examples for you guys to follow. At that point, you guys can be motivated and it'll help elevate you to that level too, well, I think. So, all right, so we got another one here. Duncan Milo, hello, I relocated to South Carolina and I was previously on TRT therapy. How do I start? Real simple and easy. Call or text us, 727-389-3220. Whether you're currently with a provider right now and want to switch over, we make the process very simple and easy, or you're not with nobody anymore and you were doing it before and you want to start back up. Real simple and easy. Call or text us, 727-389-3220. We'll get you scheduled for your blood test if you need one, or if you already have the labs that are 60 days and we already have all the tests we need there, then we'll schedule you. Whatever it is, we'll get you squared away and handle you properly at the best possible service you can get around town, guaranteed. All right? All right, YG Lee, what's going on? Wonder War, Little Moo, what's going on? Archer Tony. So just started replacement therapy through another clinic. 150 milligrams a week, 6 weeks in area is improving, but worried for days after a single workout. Sorry, Archer Tony, this is a little broken up here, so I'm just trying to see exactly what this means. I understand you're at 150 milligrams a week. Okay, 6 weeks, I think, in is improving, but something for days after a single workout. Just please correct me, whatever it is. And at this point, listen, 150 milligrams per week is okay. All right, I'm not going to knock that dosage, but you might need a little bit more depending on where your number's at, depending on what was going on. We really need to look at that, right? Because that number needs to be tweaked. Now, are you taking an anastrozole or an estrogen blocker? Are you taking any gonadal support? Let's talk about some of these different things to make sure that you're getting true hormone replacement therapy. Because if you're just getting testosterone, this is only one piece of the puzzle. You need a couple more pieces to make that puzzle complete and to make sure that everything in your body is working in your harmonic balance all the way through and through. Not just on testosterone, but the other hormones too as well. So your body's in optimal shape to get you optimal results and to make you feel better and look better and perform better. That's what it's all about. It's a complete package. YG Lee, what's up, brother? I hope all is well with you. We don't accept health insurance. So I'll run this down for you guys real quick because this is a common question. A lot of people have health insurance. And if you have it, why can't you use it, right? So the reason we don't take health insurance is because health insurance really can restrict what a medical provider really can do for you. Now, what are you saying about that? You're like, listen, John, it's just a blood test, or this is, they should be able to cover it, right? But listen, if you're going to run a blood test on somebody, now if you go into a provider that's in a network for insurance, what happens is these providers have to provide diagnosis codes to the insurance company on why they're going to cover the test. They can't just say, you know what, John came in here and he said, I want to run all these tests. So you know what, I'm going to write for all these tests. I'm going to take this in the lab, go ahead. No, the insurance company is not going to cover that. They want to know a diagnosis of why. What's going on that you thought that patient needs a blood test or needs this particular blood test? And dude, trust me, they kick them back a lot of the time or sometimes. And then after that, let's say it's testosterone replacement therapy. Some insurance companies want 2 baseline levels and they want them clinically deficient. Now, if the reference range on LabCorp is 264 to 916, if you come back at 265, no matter what your age is, I don't care if you're 28 or 63, at that point, you're going to get denied. They're not going to cover it. They're going to say, well, you're within normal reference range, even though you have symptoms of low T, right? Even though you're at the bottom of the barrel and you might be, let's say, 30 years old or whatever it may be, you're saying, listen, my level shouldn't be like this. It's like a 65-year-old man. What am I doing here? But you're in normal reference range. So that's what they look at, right? And then other therapies like Hercules Potion, all these, they're not covered by insurance. They're not going to cover vitamin, amino acid, injectable therapies, peptide therapies. They just don't do that. It's only if you're going to die or you need it, right? That's the only way they're doing it. Now, you think that they want to be preventative because preventative is going to help you live longer, hopefully not get as many diseases or get sick, and then you got to pay that much money. But that's not how it goes down. So that's why we don't accept health insurance, all right? I have one more question. All right, so also, bought Titan Complete. Where's the best place to inject this? Titan Complete I like to do right in the deltoid. I do that at my shoulder every day. I think that's the best place to inject Titan Complete. You can inject it other places, but it's not like a Hercules Potion where it's going to give you a fantastic pump or anything like that. So you could shoot it intermuscular in any other muscle, but for me, I think the deltoid is going to be probably the best place. All right. Can you say listen to House of Hoops? All right. All right. So do you guys offer enclomiphene to young people? So how long does it take to increase testosterone? I think that's what you're asking, YG Lee. So yes, we offer enclomiphene. And this is also for people that are on testosterone replacement with us. Because, listen, when you introduce testosterone into somebody's body, right? So you're injecting it and you're taking it from an outside source, whether it's sublingually, whether it's orally, whether it's cream, whether it's injection, whether it's a pellet, whatever it is. Your body's smart, right? And it says, listen, you're getting this from an outside source. So there's a signal that goes from your brain down to your testicles. And that signal gets shut down. And then your testicles basically go through atrophy. And that means that natural production is shut down completely. You're not producing as much semen volume. And at that point, you're not working optimally. We actually give enclomiphene or kisspeptin, or we even offer manufactured ACG. And at that point, it will help those natural production keep going. Semen production keep moving, so you're producing semen good. Your natural testosterone is not cut off completely, and you're working optimally all the way through and through. So enclomiphene, we definitely offer this to young people, and it doesn't take long for those levels to boost up. Even people that don't want to start on testosterone, I do have some older gentlemen that say, "Listen, I really just don't want to go on testosterone yet. I just, it's just a thing with me. It's like a phobia, needles, or whatever it may be." There's some different people out there, right? So we got to offer these different things to them too. So we offer enclomiphene to them. Enclomiphene is definitely going to raise the numbers. From what we see in patients, it definitely raises numbers. Not to be misconstrued with clomiphene. There's clomiphene and enclomiphene. And the molecular structure is different between the two. Now, I wouldn't use clomiphene, but I would use enclomiphene. And enclomiphene has definitely worked for a number of patients as far as bringing the levels up 300, maybe even 400 points. That's really good. That means if you're at a 300, it could possibly raise you to 600 or 700. That's awesome. And you'll probably see that within the first month, first couple weeks, to be honest with you. Once you start taking it, it's going to rev up the engine. And at that point, those testicles are starting to work, and that hopefully will produce more testosterone and more semen volume too as well. So I hope that answered your question, YG Lee. Adam, what's going on? Jeffrey, what's up? Humber, what's going on? Holden Outlaw in the house, my dude. RYC, Jimmy Lumps. Bugsy, what's going on? Wolf Jim, I love these. Echo Faith in the house, she's the best. What's going on, Echo? Marcus, how you doing? James, what's going on? Mizzo, what's up? Joel, LH and FSH labels are down, plus testosterone down as well. Been on Clomid and doesn't help. What can I do? So if your LH and FSH are down, testosterone is down. Now that's pretty common, right? If you're natural, right, you're not taking any testosterone at all. LH and FSH, if those are down, then testosterone's usually going to be down. The only way that you would see LH and FSH down and your testosterone up is if you're on testosterone replacement therapy, okay? It's going to suppress your LH and your FSH, and at that point, testosterone is going to take over. So, if LH and FSH are down and you're looking for an option, one, you could try enclomiphene. Enclomiphene might rev up LH and FSH for you and maybe produce and help you guys out there. And that should produce more testosterone for you. If that doesn't work, or you say, listen, I don't want to keep messing around with this, then testosterone replacement therapy might be the option for you to go. Once you start taking testosterone, that should zip that up right away, free and total, ready to go. And then, if LH and FSH are still down, that's okay, right? Because your testosterone is going to be up. Now, you would be on enclomiphene if you weren't through us, and, you'd still be producing, a good amount of semen as far as volume and production, and everything would be working like it should and properly and optimally. If you don't, this could go down and stay down, and you're not going to have any semen volume or anything good working for you. So that's what you can do, Joel. And if you have any questions after this, please, you can call or text us, 727-389-3220. Be happy to go over all this different stuff with you, too, as well. More in depth if you need it, okay? Raging Bull, what's up? P. Daddy, what's going on? Jose, Danny, what's going on? Brooklyn, YG Lee, I'm 20, and my doctor told me I need HRT because LH was 5.1, and my total T was 393. Wouldn't clomiphene be a better option for me? Absolutely. So let's just break this down real quick. You're 20 years old, okay? I was talking about this earlier with some of the staff here. And at 20 years old, man, you're very, very young. Now, if you've abused steroids in the past, then this could have an effect of why these numbers are like this. If you have not abused steroids in the past, and these numbers are low like this, then something obviously has happened, right? Whether it's a medication, whether it's an environmental thing or issue that's going on. But to be put on testosterone right away, I don't think it's a good fit for you. I'm just being honest. That's my opinion, not my recommendation, nothing like that. But I think trying in clomiphene first would be the better step for a provider to do for you. It's really watching after you because, once you go down the path of HRT, once you start testosterone, whether it's a cream, sublingual, oral, injection, whatever it may be, pellet, whatever it is, then be ready to prepare to be on that ride for a good amount of your life, all right? I don't sugarcoat things, and no, you don't have to be on TRT or HRT for your whole life. It's not a lifelong commitment, but if you want those numbers to be up and optimal and you want to feel good like that, yeah, it's going to be a commitment for sure, 100%. At that point, you could get off and maybe go on clomiphene or HCG or something like that afterwards and stay level, I would say 500, 600. That's where we see patients that get off because some patients have health issues that come up and arise. They have to get off HRT or TRT. That's totally understandable. Sometimes financial issue, okay? That's totally understandable. There is an option to get off correctly, but is that the best optimal option? Probably not. I'm just being honest with you guys. But, as far as your doctor, tell your doctor you want to do something beforehand, before you start getting on that ride of testosterone replacement therapy. Because, it's true. Like, you just don't want to start there. Like, if you don't have to. Now, listen, if you're 25, 30, over 30, like 35, 40, those levels are probably not going to come back like they were when you're younger like this. But at 20, you still got a lot of life to live, man, and you're still really, really young as far as that goes. So why not try something beforehand to see if it works? If it doesn't, cool. I was on it for 30 days, whatever. I retested, or maybe even 60 days. This wasn't working for me. Then you know what? You've took an option, a step beforehand, and you're going to the next step. Instead of just going from the start line to the finish line right away and like, oh, I already got it. Well, yeah, of course. But I think this is not good for the provider to recommend this right away for a 20-year-old guy. I just don't think it's good. Archer Tony, energy has improved, wiped out for days after single workout using a Nashazole as sides present. Lab show test was originally at 138, 45 years old, gained 20 pounds over the last 2 years. Okay, so you're using a Nashazole as sides present, right? That is the wrong way to do it. You're waiting until something's going wrong to fix the problem. That is not how you want to do it. You should be taking this at a dose, and I'm not going to tell you the dose because you're getting this provided by somebody else out there. You should be taking a dose, though, consistently, and it should be a measured dose. And you know what? If they don't know what dose to put you on, find somebody else. I'm just being honest with you. But they should put you on a dose, and at that point, retest your labs. And then at that point, they dial you in. And then once you are dialed in, and you know those numbers are good, you're being consistent with your medication, you blood tested, then you can continue on that dose, and nothing's going to change as long as you're consistent with your medications. And that's really what should be going on here. If you're wiped out after a single day workout, then something else you could be doing, I guess, And 138 is really low. 138 is clinically deficient, way below clinically deficient on LabCorp, even Quest. Okay, I know those reference ranges by heart. And at that point, we need to possibly look at maybe a higher dose of testosterone. An average guy usually, and this is through, your general practitioners out there, TRT clinics, whatever it is, usually, unless you have something in your medical history that's restricting them, or you've said something like, testosterone is bad, or something along those lines where they're kind of cautious of what they're doing, usually the starting dose for especially 45-year-old guy is 200 milligrams. That's usually the starting dose. Now, some guys get 300 milligrams. Some guys are a little bit lower than at 250, whatever it is. We don't go over 300 here. You don't have to, right? Because 200 milligrams is pretty good. 300 milligrams, dude, your levels are going to be great, right? You're going to be flying high, staying high, and that's not going to be a problem. If you gain 20 pounds over the last 2 years, this could be another estrogen problem, right? Because if your estrogen is out of check, there's some different things that you'll notice with the side effects. One, you're going to be very sensitive, right? You could be crying during Frisky commercials or something you've never been emotional about ever in your life. You're like, man, like you catch yourself, you're like, man, I've never been like this. I've never done this. Like, what's wrong with me, right? You can be very irritable, short-fused, okay? This comes from estrogen, not testosterone. High estrogen levels do this. The other thing, fat deposits. Estrogen, staying high can cause fat deposits on your body. This is another thing that makes you gain weight, right? Estrogen makes you grow tissue, okay? So if your estrogen's even high for a long extended period of time, this could cause gynecomastia possibly, which is man boobs. That's tissue that grows in there. You can't get rid of it with fat burning and working out. That's something that needs to be cut out, okay? So you want to look at all these different things and make sure that you're getting treated properly and that you're getting the results that you really want to. And you should be working in a progressive movement, right? Working towards, and everything's getting better, right? It's like, for example, if you're real sick and you start antibiotics and you start feeling better day after day. You're not all the way better the next day. But as you continue this go, you start feeling better and better till you get to that point. Then you're good. You're like, oh man, I feel a lot better. Thank God. Brunette Barbie, what's going on, girl? I hope all is well. We need to get you in here. Maria, feel like I've yet to feel I did 3 years ago. So Archer Tony, it's definitely time to look at some different things. Okay, 100%. Andreas DC72, do you offer Anavar? So Anavar. Oxandrolone is the chemical, the main ingredient, active ingredient in it. So, listen, we do, and Sharice in the medical stuff will kill me and says, but we do offer oxandrolone. But, there's a caveat to this. There has to be some supporting medical documentation for this. Anavar is not for weight loss. I see all these clinics out there and all these people, like, they come back and like, look, I got oxandrolone, Anavar. I'm going to lose all this weight, right? I'm going to get all... Dude, it's not a weight loss. It's not a weight loss therapy. It's a hardening therapy. It's something for somebody that, so they don't go through atrophy, all right? This is made for like burn victims in the bed that can't move and stuff like that, and they don't want patients to go through atrophy, through muscle wasting, HIV patients and stuff like that. I mean, it can be used for different things, like if you've had surgery recently and you're just getting over surgery, if you had a chronic, very chronic injury, or if you're in pain management per se, and let's say, you know, you've had a fused neck, right? And you can't turn it, you're in chronic pain. This could possibly be something that a medical provider, and it's totally up to them if they prescribe it to you or not. It's not for getting big. It's not for losing weight. It's not for gaining muscle or anything like this. So at that point, you know, I don't, you know, a lot of the girls, oh, we don't do it. We definitely do it. But at that point, we don't do it for everybody and for everything. Okay, I just want to put that out there. So you guys have IGF-1? Yes, we do. IGF-1LR3. What's your opinion on it? Love IGF-1LR3, right? I'm on it right now. So, you know, before, like, last couple of years, you know, the first one to come out was IGF-1 from the pharmacies. Really, really good, but short-acting. IGF-1R3, long-acting. IGF-1R3, you know, it's good for boosting metabolism, weight loss, muscle gain, you know, all these good things out there. So I like IGF-1R3. I like it better than anything else. I like it better than, you know, per se, than what growth hormone would do or anything else out there that we have as far as in that light. The reason, IGF-1R3 is, you know, something that's better because, one, you inject it and you go from the starting line to the finish line. And at that point, what I mean, so if you take growth hormone, you have to inject growth hormone, and it has to get broken down and go down to the liver and then break down to IGF-1, IGF-2, and IGF-3. And when you start talking about these things, you get all the benefits of IGF-1. That's what gives all the benefits, all the anti-aging benefits, the muscle, the recovery, all these great things come from IGF-1. So why not just go straight to the source? And it's going to be a third of the cost, so it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than getting real human growth hormone. And it's going to be a lot easier to prescribe because a lot of doctors don't prescribe human growth hormone because the DEA doesn't like it. They don't like it prescribed. Not for recovery, not for anti-aging, not for sports medicine, none of these things. It's for dwarfism, right? Adult dwarfism, muscle wasting for HIV patients. There's a couple things it's prescribed for, but they don't want this abused. And it was being heavily abused and heavily prescribed before, but now they're definitely on it, man. They're looking at these things, and we're not going to get caught in those crosshairs. It's just not worth it to us. We've been open for over a decade, right? And we weren't in this in the beginning to run a short race. We're in it to run a marathon and to stay around, not get in, make a quick buck, and get the hell out. Because it could have been easy to do, right? Just everybody could, and we're out of here. See you guys. Bye. Close down shop. See ya. We're not about that. So I like IGF-1R3. Have you got a center in Melbourne? So we service nationwide. The only place we don't service is Idaho. So we service 49 different states, all over the United States, so we can help you out wherever you're at. So if you have questions or anything like that, please give us a call. Anavar is weak unless you want to get lean. But see, that's the thing, Box World. It's not really going to help you get lean. It really doesn't. There's nothing in it that causes weight loss. No fat-burning properties whatsoever. The only thing that oxandrolone or Anavar is going to do for you, really, is a DHT derivative, right? So at that point, it's going to help with hardening of muscles. It's going to help you keep muscle. So if you start shredding down, per se, so if you go on a great diet or something like that, and at that point you start taking it, it's going to help you retain some of that muscle and not go through atrophy or get rid of it. That's the only benefit that really has. And it's weak as far as anabolic steroids go, right? But, the thing about it is it's not really weak. It works, but it's not going to give the effect of like what testosterone is going to do for somebody. It just doesn't do something like that. So yeah, I guess it's weak as far as that goes, but for somebody that has never touched any anabolic steroids or anything like that, it's not weak. It really isn't weak. It's just not the strongest thing out there. There's obviously other things out there that will get people, to recover faster, to produce bigger muscles. There's other things out there that you can do. All right. Chatty, what's going on? Bestia, the only Kim Ponder. What's going on? I love that name, Kim. I hope all is well. Stack 'em up team. Backwoods. They told me that they could service Idaho.
There's a workaround.
Oh, there is a workaround for it. Yeah. So if they told you that, can you not precise? If they told you that on the phone, I would call back and talk to them. There is a workaround. I know that some of the things do, so you could do it. I wish you could work with insurance companies. I wish so too, R. Hogan, but I'm telling you, it is a pain in the butt to work with insurance companies. And it's not just like you're working with one insurance company. You have multiple insurance companies out there that have different things that they want to accept, not accept. So at that point, it's just way better without them. I'm telling you. It restricts you. The other thing with insurance companies that you guys might not realize is that when you go in and get a blood test, right? Let's say you go in and get a blood test from your medical provider. And they run all the tests you want to run. So all your hormones, all this stuff that comes back. Now, when everything comes back, they see that you have low testosterone. They see something other problem, something else in that blood work that's going on. Whether your PSA is through the roof or something else is going on, right? High cholesterol, whatever. Thyroid's messed up, whatever. All this is being documented now on your permanent record through an insurance company. And at that point, if they prescribe you medications, that is also on your permanent record through the insurance company. And at that point, when they look at you, they're like, oh, well, this person has this, this, and this. Now, thank God they can't disqualify you, from pre-existing conditions, but they can raise your rates 100%. Okay, that's like your rap sheet. Think of like driving insurance, right? It's all good when you're driving that car. You get in like 2 or 3 accidents, your rates are going to start going up over the next couple of years. That's how it is. And for this, it's the exact same thing. Trust me. And they do restrict what a provider can really do for you. So why be restricted? That's not how we work here. We want to do what's best for the patient, not what's best for the insurance company. So that's why we don't work with them. I'm sorry. Dawn, what's going on? Jose, what's up? Big Surge. Dave, how you doing? Esso, what's up, man? Bomb Shellbrit, what's going on? I hope all is well. Tommy Sullivan, what's going on? Issa Una. All right, so why'd you leave John? That dude told me my balls don't work because said 5.1 LH is very high. He told me HRT was the only option I had, feeling he didn't know what he was talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And I don't want to disrespect any providers out there. And I don't talk bad about any competition or anybody out there. That's not good business. That's not being professional. But at this point, I would look for a different opinion. I just don't think this is a good way to tell this to you. Like, because your LH is that number, he wants you to go on HRT? No. What else are we can do, doc, to try to fix this? And HRT, yes, it could possibly fix what's going on for sure. It's going to raise your testosterone, but your LH and FSH are going to come crashing, especially if he doesn't provide you the necessary gonadal support, like clomiphene or something like that. You should be taking that along with testosterone replacement. But at this point, if you, the patient, don't feel comfortable with it, then what are my other options, doctor? What are my other options? Can you help me out here? And they should be able to lay out these different options. And if they can't, you need to find somebody that can. That's all I can say about that. Amanda, what's going on? What's up, girl? All right, Archie Tony, appreciate the input. We'll be scheduling follow-up labs in 2 weeks. Good idea for sure, 100%. And then let me know. Come back here, Archie Tony. We're always here. Listen, whether you guys are patients of Titan Medical Center or not patients, I'm here for you guys. I want to see people healthy. I want to see people, living a good quality of life, man. I want, that's how we need to be out there. We need to help people get better so everybody can be better. I truly think that. I think that so many people feel down, depressed, sick, and really don't know what to do about it, or they feel at a dead end, right? And they're looking for somebody to help them out. So, they go to some of these places or wherever it is. I did a video on it today. You go to these places and you have blind faith because, as you were raised, same as me, you were raised a doctor, you listen to what the hell they say. You have blind faith. What they say is going to help you get better. But at this point, some of these providers out there, they're not doing what they should be doing as far as education-wise, research-wise, what's best for the patient-wise. It's just what fits their mold. And that's not cool, all right? So I'm with you guys. Scotty YZ, Blue Collar Kilos, what's up? DC Baker, how are you doing? T.I. Illen, Bond, James Bond, I love it. King's Fred, what's going on? The Jacob Smith. What's the process on becoming a patient from out of state? Same process that anybody goes through. If it's for HRT, HRT is going to require a blood test. It's real simple and easy to do. You just call or text. We'll go over everything with you on the phone. We'll get you all set up as far as for your labs. You can do them anywhere in the country. So all you do is you're going to call up, give some information. You'll pay for your labs. Now this pays for your labs incomplete. So that when you go into that lab, it's free, right? You're going to go into LabCorp or a Quest, whatever we say. You're going to go in there. You're going to hand them a piece of paper. You're not going to pay any more money. You're not going to show them an insurance card. They're going to draw your blood, and we're going to get the results expedited 3 to 4 business days. We're going to call you, briefly go over the medical assistant with your results. Not all of them. She's not the medical provider, but she's going to briefly say, hey, listen, these are some of the things that the medical provider has concerns about, and would you like to get scheduled for your consultation with the medical provider? Then schedule you for your consultation. Now, if it's not for HRT or IGF-1, so it could be Hercules Potion, peptides, ECAs, whatever it is, all you guys have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. We're going to receive that, and you can do it online on our website. We're going to call you, schedule your medical consultation. You're going to do that medical consultation, go over those therapies, or whatever you're trying to do, whatever your goals are. You're going to tell that to the medical provider, and at that point, they're going to personalize a regimen for you. You're going to pay for your regimen. It's going to get shipped directly from the pharmacy, not from us, from the pharmacy to your doorstep. And we're going to be here for your support all day, every day, all right? Making sure that you guys are getting results. We're going to be here for you through the thick and the thin, whatever it is, guys, we're here, all right? So that's what it is. So it's real simple and easy to do. Alex, what's up? Heller, what's going on? Man, I'm loving you guys. Thank you guys for all coming on. The Jacob Smith, what's going on? Gabriel, APRN.
13-minute warning.
Vanilla Gorilla, what's going on? APRN in the house. I love it. Thanks, Gabriel. Fit with Holly. I love these names, man. This is great. All right, awesome, guys. Awesome. And I'm back. What up, Dylan? I hope all's well, dude. What up, Will? All right, so let's talk about the Titan Trifecta. So the Titan Trifecta is the therapy of the week, or the therapies of the week. Now, this is one of our ultimate Titan therapy combo packages. This is going to include 3 different main therapies of ours that each one of them are game changers as far as getting results. They're all going to help you get results, right, by themselves. But combining these things will hopefully expedite your results and make you feel a lot better all the way around and get you those results you're really looking for in and outside the gym. Whether it's for energy, whether it's for muscle pumps, whether it's for recovery, right? Whether it's for hair, skin, nails, nervous system, all these different things are covered in this therapy package. So let's start breaking down the Titan Trifecta so you guys really understand what you're getting for this. And there's a discount when you get the Titan Trifecta package. So if you got all 3 of these separate, it's going to be more money. If you get this package together, you're going to get a discount on all of the therapies in one package together. So let's start breaking down these therapies for you guys so you kind of understand what you're going to get if you get in the Titan Trifecta. One, Hercules Potion. So Hercules Potion is going to involve 9 different ingredients, right? It's an injectable amino acid blend that involves glutamine for recovery, arginine and lysine. Arginine is going to be for blood flow and vasodilation and pumps. Lysine is going to be for the immune system. You're also going to get L-citrulline in there. Now, L-citrulline and arginine are going to work systemically together, they're going to work together for you guys as far as for the blood pump, for the vasodilation, all the good stuff as far as that goes. And that's going to go through the extremities, all throughout the body, right? You're also going to get ornithine. Ornithine is going to be in there. That's going to be an anti-fatigue amino acid, letting you do more strenuous activity, whatever it is, running, jumping, paddleboarding, workouts in the gym. Jesus, so much rock climbing. I mean, there's so much, whatever your strenuous activity is, right? It doesn't have to be you in the gym working out. It could be anything, right? Also, you're going to get NACs, which is going to be great for the liver. You're also going to get taurine, which is great for brain function and cramping. It's also got proline in it. It's a collagen-based amino acid, great for joints, lubrication, and L-carnitine is in there too as well for blood flow, muscle pumps, for muscle building as well. And then, all right, so that's just one therapy that has 9 different ingredients that you're going to get. Then you're going to get ECAs, ECA Stack Plus, ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. Great for energy, mental clarity, fat burning, boosting metabolism. All these things work conjunctively together in that capsule. That's the oral capsule you're going to take. The next one, Titan Complete. This is awesome, guys. So Titan Complete has B12, B-complex, it has MIC in it, methionine, inositol, and choline. It also has all 3 and your only 3 branched-chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, valine, and you're also going to get L-carnitine along with this one too as well. So you're getting all these different components, 3 different therapies, all for one price. And that's it, guys. Real simple, real easy. And what do you need to do to get the Titan Trifecta package to include these therapies? All you have to do is, if you're a patient, you can call an order, right? If you're not a patient, all you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. You can go to titanmedicalcenter.com, our website, fill it out online. It takes about 15 minutes tops, I think. At that point, we're going to get it when you submit it, and we're going to call you, and we're going to schedule your consultation so you can talk to the medical provider in getting the Titan Trifecta, or maybe something else that you didn't even know about that you talked to with the medical provider, okay? Whatever your goals are, that's what we're going to cater these therapies to make sure you guys are getting the results that you guys want, all right? And that's it as far as the Titan Trifecta. It's real simple and easy to do. It's one of our best packages that we have out there. It's awesome. Gabriel, APRN, hire me. You sent your resume. All right, listen, I'll get with them and see what's going on. Let me figure out. They're going to call all the resumes back, so be ready for the call. And if we call you, call us back, please. All right, so let's get into the first topic of the day. Now, usually I talk about topics that are, whether it's dealing with your health or lifestyle or something along those lines. But some of these topics I had to cover today because they're that serious, I think, and pretty outlandish and outrageous. So this one is the Balenciaga is suing production company for $25 million over a controversial campaign. If you guys don't know what's going on, right? Balenciaga is this huge fashion designer or fashion group, fashion brand. And Balenciaga is, they're under fire right now. And the reason why is because they put out 2 campaigns that really have to deal with child pornography or child abuse to a certain extent. I want to call it child abuse. The one was a campaign where they had, kids with bears that were in, BDSM type apparel. So fishnets, masks, leather. It's crazy. Kids should not have been in these photos. That's one. 2, the second one, let me see. It had, what's her name real quick? Sorry, I'm just going back to this because I don't want to be mistaken when I talk about it here.
Which part are you looking for?
So, Nicole Kidman. So the other campaign features Nicole Kidman and model Bella Hadid. This was meant to replicate a corporate environment with shots staged in a Manhattan office space. The problem, on this messy desk featured one image. However, the clutter visible included a page from the 2008 Supreme Court ruling in the United States versus Williams, a case which confirms as illegal and not protected by freedom of speech the promotion of child pornography. This is blatantly on a desk so people can read on a picture, okay? And this wasn't some prop. This was actual documents laid on the table. Now, what's the problem with this? Obviously, somebody put these documents on the table and somebody thought it would be smart to do this. This is not smart. This is actually putting it out there like you think it's okay. And some of these pictures, with these kids, with these bears, it's just out of sight, man. I mean, what are we doing right now? We're uplifting child pornography and the abuse of children. That's ultimately what it is, right? And the exploitation of children too as well. And we all know that there's pedophiles out there. And there's people that want to do bad things to kids. That's not right. And those people should definitely be dealt with in more ways than one that I could think of that they wouldn't feel too good about. That's all I'm going to say about it. But Balenciaga said that they're not liable for this. And they didn't do it. Of course, they're going to take responsibility for it and all these good things. But they're going to sue the production company for $25 million. Saying that the production company basically did all this and they have no liability of it and such and such. But the production company said, hey, listen, their lawyers filed back and said there certainly was no malevolent scheme going on. Balenciaga is aware numerous boxes of documents simply were sourced from a prop house as rental items. Moreover, the representatives from Balenciaga were present at the shoot, overseeing it and handling papers and props. So at this point, they're there, okay? Well, they thought this was going to be a smart idea or a cute idea. It should be on Balenciaga. Anything that goes in front of Titan Medical Center, right? Anything that gets put out there, it's on me. I'm responsible. Sharice's responsible. I don't care if it got posted by somebody or whatever it is. I get thrown under the bus if, somebody that gets a free t-shirt at one of the events says something stupid on social media. I have 20 people DMing me, if not more, saying, this is how the person that represents your brand? I'm like, dude, this person got a free t-shirt at an event. They're not like a sponsored athlete or anything like that. But it comes back because they're wearing the Titan name, right? But at this point, you got to take responsibility as it's a brand. I mean, whether you're trying to sue somebody and get out of it or make them look like they did it, it's still an oversight on Balenciaga. And they definitely need to take responsibility for it, and they need to do something, right? I mean, there's people getting canceled left and right for less than this. So at this point, just because they're a high fashion company and they're owned by another big network that's out of France that owns other big fashion brands, they need to be dealt with. And I looked at some of their designers, and not in this one, but previous, and there's a whole bunch of stuff from like devil worshiping to cannibalism to like all these different things. They're pretty freaky, man, at this point, It's not right. It shouldn't be out there. And I know Kim Kardashian's been thrown in the mix of this because she's one of their top models. I know they have a stake in one of her businesses and stuff like that, and she hasn't broke ties with them. So, should she break ties with them? Probably. I mean, I would probably do it just to make herself look good in this light because it's not looking good for Balenciaga. And, to be honest with you, I think they deserve this. So it is what it is. The next one. All right, so I thought this was pretty funny. If any of you guys got any questions in between here about therapies or whatever, let me know. Let me see what you guys are saying about this real quick. So, Christian Girl, it gets worse. Look up Michael Borum's art. He included on one of their ads. I have a video of this on my page. I'm going to check it out. Christian Girl, I like that. Christian Girl, I can respect this. And, this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of people out there that are seeing this stuff, and then you're going down the rabbit hole. Because I don't pay attention to every damn ad campaign that comes out here for some huge fashion brand. Most of it's garbage. They're going to walk down with trash bags or skirts or whatever the hell it is. So I'm not watching that, right? But, when things get done like this is pretty serious, and you can't just turn your eye to it. It just won't happen. So Ezig said, I got my blood work done. Awesome, Ezig. I can't wait. We'll go over your results, hopefully, very shortly. Get them back. And at that point, get you all set and ready to rock and roll here, man. All right, so let's go into the next one. Next one is Iran threatens to torture players' families ahead of the U.S. match, per report. Now, this is really, really crazy. So, Iran is threatening, and who do you think they're threatening, right? They're threatening their own players. They're threatening their own players' families, all right? This is serious. Now, this is what people, here in the United States take for granted. We're free. We're freedom. Like, if the United States soccer team goes out there and they don't sing the national anthem, their families aren't going to get threatened or killed. They're not going to get thrown in jail or killed or beat up or anything like that. But you start messing with these other countries, you start living over there, you're going to follow their law and what they're saying, because there will be dire consequences of what will happen to you if you don't. So for this, before Iran started this, Iran soccer team started playing. Now, before they played the game of Wales, Iran as a country started giving them gifts, cars, and all this other stuff. But before the game match started, the Iranian anthem started playing. Now, usually these players would start singing along to their anthem, just like the United States anthem. Wouldn't you want to sing your anthem when you're out there, right? You're representing your country in the World Cup. At this point, they're not singing the anthem. Why? Okay? Because there is a reason why. The reason why they didn't sing towards the anthem was because of the protests that's going on in Iran right now. Now, Iran is run under Sharia law, right? And at this point, that means that, women are secondhand. All right? I'm just being honest with you. That's how they look at them over there. It's like secondhand. You can't go to school. You can't do this. You got to wear a headscarf. All these different things. So they were protesting because this woman, basically, she got killed when she was taken by the Iranian police. And at this point, there's been protests over this. There's been a couple thousand people that have died, disappeared, or been injured because of these protests. And they're not playing. Like, they had people over there. The World Cup authorities basically said that there is a ton of Iranian security over there, and they are watching their players. And they warned them, if you do anything out there, there will be dire consequences. So at this point, the next match, the Iranian team was definitely singing the national anthem. We'll see what happens next. Now, Iran is definitely not liking what we're doing in the United States. I know the United States soccer team posted an image of a scrubbed image of their flag. This was questionable, what they should do or should not do. I don't think I would make it, why make enemies? Why do we have to do that? We'll just worry about our own country. I mean, we can say, hey, listen, this is wrong, what's going on out there. But at this point, we need to look at other countries and be like, hey, listen, this is how their culture is. That's the problem. We have our own culture here. In other countries, they have their own culture. Who are we to say that our culture is better than their culture when that's how they've been living all their life? That's how they want to live. Why are we going to step in and be like, hey, listen, this is the way it's going to be, right? Now, obviously, there's bad countries out there. China is a communist country. There's tons of protests going on there. Iran, ton of protests going on there. But they're going to need to rise up against their governments to really change things. It's not going to be the United States stepping in because we're going to be the bad guy, and that's just going to bring us into war. And at this point, why should we get into war for these people? I'm just being honest. Like, why? We're all humanitarians. We all want to be the superpower and help everybody out there. But we need to help our own country. If you don't think our country right now is cracking within, our infrastructure and people, diversity is all cracking within, man. I think this is the worst it's ever been in our country, right? I mean, some people would say yeah, and some people would say no, I guess. But I think a lot of people would agree with me. Like, it's pretty bad. People are so sensitive in some of the different things they're saying, and they can't even speak what they want to speak or their feelings about things. That's wrong. I mean, we should be able to have an open conversation with whoever we want as long as we're talking about things from a serious level, right? Not joking or trying to hurt somebody's feelings or going after them or make them feel bad or being racist and that word is just getting thrown around left and right. Everybody's racist out there. Everybody's this. It's not right, man. It's just not right. YG Lee, if someone took enclomiphene twice a week, will they still get the same benefits of taking it every day? Probably not. Just being honest with you. You're going to, if you're getting more of a dosage every day, you're going to want to take that dosage every day if you possibly can. You could take it 3 days a week or something like that if the doctor recommends it to do that. But, I would do myself, if I was to take enclomiphene from a doctor, usually would recommend me taking 1 pill a day. And that's how it is. So that's what I would do. Now, would you get some benefit out of it? Probably a little bit of benefit, but you're talking about, you're going up and going down. You don't want to go on that roller coaster. You want to go up, you want to stay up, right? Stay even keel across the board. Because your body's just, it's like, what are we doing here? We're going up, we're going down. Why are we feeling like this? Because you only have it in your system for so long, and then you're going to crash and going up and crash again. So that's what it is.
5-minute warning.
All right, guys, we got 5 minutes left. If anybody's got any questions, shoot them out to me. Otherwise, this weekend, if you're in the area of Tampa, please come out and see us. This Saturday, we have Cars and Couture, the 12th annual Collectors Gala, benefiting Autism Speaks. We always do this for a great cause, and Autism Speaks has been the main cause for all the Cars and Couture events for many, many years now. Highly respected. Thank you, Dona Crowley and all of Lux Faster Group for help putting on such a fabulous event with us. They really show out, man. Donna really, she's been doing this for a long time. She always puts together a tremendous event. Beautiful venue for us. Always lays everything out. So I'm really, really excited and honored to be part of this one, as always. And we're going to be out there having our fashions, brand new Titan Medical Center fashion. We'll be hitting the runway. We'll be out there talking with you guys, taking pictures. We're going to have some of the Titan cars out there too as well to be a part of the gala. I'm just really excited. I always have a great time at her events and at this event that we put on with her. So I'm excited. So if you guys are in the area, please let me know. And I might have a few tickets for you guys if you guys hit me up or DM Titan Medical Center, and maybe you can get a free ticket to Cars and Couture. All right, so what do we got here? Thanks for answering all my questions. You're welcome, YG Lee, and anytime, man. I'm here for you, all right? Looking for something to give me more energy. I feel sluggish a lot. Thanks for the info. So, Canes, one, have you checked your hormones? Are those optimal? Everything's good there? Because that can be making you feel a little sluggish or tired. Two, after that, if everything's good there, we want to look at some different things. Now, vitamin levels could be a different thing. Vitamin D, vitamin B12, want to make sure those are good. And then if you're looking for something after that, right, something to give you a little pick-me-up, our ECA Stack Plus, real ephedrine HCl, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. I take one every day. Zoom, baby. I'm getting it on, staying lean, doing what I got to do, and I don't need any coffee, no energy drinks. Nothing that's going to have these garbage chemicals in it or garbage fillers or ingredients in it. Nothing like that. So I don't take any of that in my body whatsoever. I used to back in the day before I owned Titan Medical Center, man. I was working advertising, marketing, huge companies and stuff like that. Man, I'd be on the road all day. I'd drink like 3 or 4 Red Bulls. And it got to the point where 3 or 4 Red Bulls didn't even matter. Like it didn't even do anything for me. It's like hitting your car at nitro. So after so long, like you got to do more for it to even go. So at that point, I'm so happy and thankful for my ECA Stack Plus because you know what? I take them. I'm good to go every single day, right? I'm not crashing. I'm not having to drink a whole bunch of energy drinks or other garbage, and that makes me feel a lot better about it. So if you're looking for some Canes, ECA Stack Plus, dude. Backwoods, I had a full labrum repair with 3 screws. What peptides do you recommend for recovery? TB500, BBC 157, baby. That's going to be the one for you, dude, for sure. And I'm sorry that you had the surgery with the full labrum repair. That sucks with the 3 screws, but this will definitely help you heal faster, and that's what you're looking to do. I don't know how many patients have had this surgery or other surgeries, and their doctors are like, man, like, what have you been doing? Because you're recovering faster than you should be. And then they tell them about BBC and stuff like that. Really? Like, I need to look into this. And then we have some of these doctors sign up as patients. It's really, really cool. So yeah, that's definitely what you want to do. BBC 157, TB 500 together, boom. If you really want to throw something else in there, you can throw IGF-1R3 in there. That will help with the recovery process. But if you don't want that or don't need that as far as that goes, or it's financially, then BBC 157, TB 500 way to go. War, what's going on? Alexis, what's going on? Would you recommend Titan Complete and Hercules Potion over B12 injections or all 3? All right, so you don't need B12 injections if you take Titan Complete. It's got B12 in it. It's got B complex in it. If you take Titan Complete and you blood test yourself, your vitamin B12 will be at the top of the range. I guarantee it. You don't need to take B12 injections. Hercules Potion is going to do totally something different. So if you're going to get something, Hercules Potion, Titan Complete. If you really want a third to add in there, get the Titan Trifecta, get the discount, and get the ECA Stack Plus to go along with it, and lean out, and you can get that stimulant that'll give you energy throughout the day. That would be the way to go if I would say something. What's up, Velita? What's going on? Big J, what's good, brother? What's going on, bro? I hope all is well. Matt Ward, what's going on, Matt? I ain't seen you forever, man. I hope all is well. I know you're living down in Florida. I hope all is good. Lastly, what are you benching and squatting these days, Big John? Man, so here's the problem with me. I've got slap tears in both shoulders. If you don't know what a slap tear is, it's a superior labrum and posterior tear, right? It sucks, right? Because I do bench. Now, what am I doing right now? I'm living off BPC 157 TB 500 to keep the inflammation down, and cortisone every 4 months until I can have surgery. I need to have surgery. Benching wise, I bench every week at least. I'm getting on the flat bench and I work my way up.
1 minute.
Well, 1 minute left, so I work my way up. Right now, the answer is 275, 315 at most on the bench. Squatting. I don't really squat the bar anymore. it's my neck and my shoulder. I mean, holding the bar hurts, right? Now you got a Smith machine. So I'm doing more leg extensions, leg curls, stuff like that. So I'm not squatting these days. If I had to say what I would squat, I don't know, 300 pounds maybe 275. I wouldn't really go crazy on that right now. I'm just trying to feel good. I'm trying not to hurt anymore, man. I'm hurting. So every day I wake up, I'm like, damn. Thanks for everything. I'll get signed up and get those going. For sure, Backwoods. If you have any questions, listen, join me every Tuesday, guys. Titan Talk Tuesday, 6 p.m. with me, John, CEO of Titan Medical Center. You're the best. Thanks for answering all the questions. I appreciate all you guys, man. Thank you guys for coming on here. Dominic, what's going on, bro? Swim, bike, run. Bernie, what's going on? The Apprentice Doc, what's up? DJ Grimm, how you doing? I hope all is well with all you guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I hope you guys have the rest of your week is fantastic too as well. The poll question. Have you tried any of the 3 therapies in Titan Trifecta? ECA Stack Plus, 16%. 2 out of 3, 17%. Titan Complete, 18%. None of them, 22%. Hercules Potion, 27%. That's huge. Now listen, if you guys are going to be out at Olympia, we'll be out at Olympia. The booth is 719 right when you walk in. I'll see you guys out there, and I'll see you guys with Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew on Friday too as well. I love you guys. Thank